That's right. Back at it again. Full custom hot dog here. Doing an unboxing video. One of those things that I don't normally like, right? I think I've talked about this before, but I feel like I've gotten some cool stuff. So that's kind of why I want to do it. Plus, I didn't upload a Hellraiser review like I was thinking about, because when I did it, I kind of hated it. Not the movie. Oh, okay, the movie was just okay, but I hated doing the review. I just felt like I couldn't get the words right. I don't know. It was all jumbled up. I was a mess. It didn't come out the way I wanted. So, to sum it all up, it was okay. New Pinhead, not bad, pretty solid. Cenobites, too much. Plot, dumb as hell, which is unfortunate for a Hellraiser movie. I think they usually are a little bit smarter than what we got there. New rules of the box, dumb. Would have been better as 13 Ghosts remake. Anyway, here's what I got. Cool World. Scream Factory just put it out. I'm a fan of that movie. I love that movie. Yes, I know it's not very good. If I ever do a review of it, it'll probably have to be a little bit more in depth than just that, because I think there's a lot to say about it, even though it's bad. And but man, there's so much cool stuff in it. So, you might be thinking, hot dog, what else you got, buddy? Huh? What are you doing? And if you've been following me, you know I've been recently buying vinyl, so I figured I'd share some vinyl pickups. Like, why not, right? So, let's start with Waxwork, which is like one of the bigger vinyl houses right now. I picked up their release of The Exorcist, which is supposed to be good. I think it's on a green colored vinyl. Should be good. Obviously haven't listened to it yet, as it's still wrapped up. We also have the soundtrack to one of my favorite series ever of all time, Vice Principals. Not only is the show amazing, the soundtrack's great too. Very synthy, really good score, and of course it's not just synthy. It also has like marching bands and stuff. It's a cool mix. It's unique, and they always deliver. McBride and David Gordon Green. Their series always have great soundtracks every time. Now, I also picked up the soundtrack for Curtains, which is great. Very by the numbers in terms of what you would just want out of a horror soundtrack. One thing though, this effed me up hard. Notice this size difference here? I don't know if you can even tell. There's like a size difference. Oh, maybe it's not these two? Oh, it's not these two. Hold on. Is it these two? No. Okay, well these Waxworks, oh no, it is these two. It's a little bit different in size. It's kind of blurred, but that's the difference. And so buying sleeves for these was a pain, and I looked like a freaking idiot because I bought ones that were normal size, and then it wouldn't fit, and I tore up sleeves and shit. I felt like an idiot. I'm new to the game though. Don't hate me. It's not my fault. But yeah, so if you're ever going to be buying sleeves like I'm trying to, make sure they're oversized, because these are just a little bit bigger. Next up is some regular music. It's a band called Caius, who I've always wanted to listen to. They were like Queens of the Stone Age before Queens of the Stone Age. You got Josh Homme in there. They are, I think, from Palm Springs. They're kind of considered the Palm Desert Stoner rock band. And Queens of the Stone Age is a band I like. You'll probably hear about me and my music taste a little bit more from here. So if you think my taste in movies are shit, wait till you hear about my taste in music. I also picked up one of my favorite albums of all time, Francis the Mute from the Mars Volta, one of my favorite bands of all time. I adore this album. It is fantastic. I don't know if you're into prog and Latin rock. Dude, this is the shit right here. This stuff is creepy too. It's a wonderful mix of everything, man. Nobody else sounds like them on the planet. 100,000%. And what else did I get? Well, there's a store in out near LA called Toxic Toast. They have a crazy selection of records, stuff that I hadn't seen or known was available. Granted, I haven't been in this hobby for very long, but I follow a lot of video gamey stuff and some horror stuff by proxy, so these are things that should have come by my radar, except for this first one here. That Toxic Toast place sells a lot of city pop, which is sort of like a chill out Japanese music. Super popular in like the 80s, popular now. And yeah, it's all old school sounding stuff. It's like somebody said it was like hold music or something. I love it though. It's got such a smooth groove to it. And that's what this should be, I hope, but I couldn't tell. I had to go in there and I looked like I knew what I was buying. I also picked this up. This blew me away. Soundtrack to Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Now, philosophically, I wouldn't normally buy a video game soundtrack on vinyl because it's you know, even though video games are old, those songs are technically produced digitally. You know, they're being produced on this little RAM cart or whatever. But I couldn't say no. I'd never seen this before. I didn't know this was available. Of course, one of my favorite games of all time. If you've never played it and you're a horror fan, you owe it to yourself to do so. Because it's got everything in there ever. Like, I wish someone would do a new type of game like this, featuring send-offs of newer horror monsters. That would just be such a fun time, and it's a bummer that that's not happening. There was a time when I was playing with the idea of going into indie game development, and that was like a dream project for me. Last one, and I hadn't seen this before. Looks like it came out from a company called War God. It is the Puppet Master soundtrack, the original from Richie Band, and I haven't popped this in yet, but I can't wait to. Of course, Puppet Master is one of my first favorite movies as a kid, with all the puppets killing everything, and I don't know, even though the movies suck now, it's still a tender place in my heart, you know. But anyways, that's what I picked up this week. That's it, nothing too crazy. I'm your host, Full Custom Hot Dog. You can follow me on Twitter. Full Custom Hot Dog without the last O, because that's just too long for Twitter. So, thank you all for watching, and until next time.
If you like what you see,
I love what I see.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications so you can watch whatever comes next. And if you like the music you hear, you can follow me on SoundCloud and Spotify. Check the description for links.